All right, we are recording, we're cooking, we're in the house. This is Mentorship Masters, and today, this is June 4th, 2020. I have a huge, phenomenal, big announcement. So I'm glad for those of you that made it to our live presentation so that you can listen in on the big announcement. So I'm going to make the big announcement. This announcement is really geared toward, I'll give you a hint. It's geared toward making you more money, giving you more notoriety, helping to get you to become famous, and helping you to save time as well. So that's what it's all about. Who's ready? Who's ready to hear it? Y'all ready? Mina says she's ready. Charles Lee says, "What's up? What's up? What's going on? What you dragged me in here for? What's up?" Wade said he's ready. Judy says, "Woohoo! Inquiring minds want to know." That's Judy Welch. Judy Honeywell says, "Yes, I'm ready." Rachel says, "Yes." Tanika says, "I'm ready." Sonia says, "Ready." Marcia says, "Let's go." Sharonda says, "I'm ready." And Chris Capistrano, my main man who runs my operation, says, ready to go. Okay. And this is something I have not even told Chris about. He doesn't even know about this. So he's going to be in for a surprise and a treat here as well. So in order to do this, let me share my screen. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to present this, and then I'm going to open it up for questions. You guys can be asking me questions throughout the whole time. I'll be monitoring our workplace group as well, because in fact, let me just get over there. Because by the way, if you don't have the workplace app, you definitely want it. You want to get the workplace app so that you can stay in touch with everything that's happening. And if you could see here, I don't know if you can see this, but right there at the top, I've got my group. All your favorites can be pinned, and then you just, with one click, you can get right into the group that way. Okay, I do that a lot. So, oh yeah, baby. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so just if there's any comments here, I'm going to monitor that. And let me open the presentation. Okay, here it is. I'm sharing my screen. Before I get into the big announcement, I'm buying time. Y'all know how this works. I want to acknowledge our masters, our new mentorship masters. So we always have new masters coming in, and we always want more and more masters. So we're already over 100 members. Okay, we're on our way to 200. So that happens with you guys. So we've got 5 members. Just want to acknowledge them. We've got Mary Guzman. She just joined us 2 days ago, and she was brought in by Will Gilliam. We have Cynthia Horn. She goes by Cindy. She was brought in by myself, and that was last week. We also have Elena, brought in by Anthony Chambers. Way to go, Anthony, man. You are doing it, dude. And I hear you've got another one on the way as well. We've got Mary Carlton, and she is, I brought her over. She's out of Bend, Oregon, great little town there. And then we got Wendell Stewart. Wendell Stewart is a broker in South Carolina, Charleston. Was it Charleston? South Carolina, North Carolina. Wait, let me see. North Carolina, my bad. And so he joins us as well. So he was brought in by Joe Font. So thank you, Joe, for bringing. Then the other thing I want to share with you guys are the masters, what we call the masters of the month. Now, if you don't see yourself on the Masters of the Month list, don't be upset about it. You'll get here. You'll be here. And the thing is, once your cap resets, you kind of get dropped off. Because I know, Mina, you were on here. Your cap just reset, so you got to work your way back into the top producers list. So let's look at it. So Will Gilliam has capped. He's reached 100%. And Tony Pippinger, who Will brought in, also has capped at 100%. I think he capped in 3 months. So he's got 9 months of 100%, true 100% commission. And then Katie Johnson is next up to cap, along with Nick. Nick probably has already capped. I think there's a couple transactions that have not accounted yet. And I see that Nick earned over $85,000 in GCI in commissions last month. So Nick is rocking, man. He is on fire. He's doing it. David Dutton, $10 million producer that we brought in from Atlanta. He is 90% of cap. He's going to hit his cap on his next deal if he hasn't hit it already. We've got Julie Green. She's at 57% of cap. Go way to go, Julie. Valerie Floyd is at 52%. She's at her half cap. Alicia Martin is right there as well. Alicia is on fire with just a few deals. Alicia has really jumped in on the number 6 spot where she is, half her cap is already done, you know. And we've got Terry Wilkes. Now, back to Alicia. Alicia is a mathematics teacher. Her husband was a mathematics professor. And when she saw the EXP model, she said it was a no-brainer. A person that studies mathematics, a professor of mathematics, all they had to do was look at the model, and she said it's a no-brainer. So Terry Wilkes is at 44%, and my man Sam Silver, way to go, Terry. And Sam Silver is at 43%. So we're going to be posting this every single month for you guys to see who's coming up on cap. We're going to be, this month, I predict that we'll probably have 3 more people cap this month, okay? In fact, we've got one mentorship master that's going to cap on his first deal. That's Steve Wynn. He's going to cap on his first deal. He's out of Laredo. So, by the way, if you guys ever need support, you know, Chris Capistrano is on board to help you, you know, to start us off. We had Patty Lynn Guilford. She did a phenomenal job, and she helped us get to our first 40 members. I think she helped me get to my first 60 members. And so now Chris Capistrano has taken over the baton. Chris has been working with me for 6 years. He might have to correct me in the chat if I'm wrong about it, maybe 7 years. But he runs my More Souls company. He's the operations manager for the Knolly team as well. So this is his phone number, his email address. So sometimes you guys get stuck. And if you go into the Mentorship Masters portal, you'll see Chris's information prominently featured there as well. So if you just have a question around SkySlope or whatever your question is, Chris will point you in the right direction of who you need to be chatting with here at EXP at the company, or it might be a conversation that me or someone else has to take up with you. Remember, we have over 600 employees at EXP. We have a few less now because we made some creative cuts of about 15% of our people. So we did lay off about 75%, 100% of those, 75 people, 100% of those were contract labor. So we knew that the transactions would probably be going down. So those were all the people that were kind of like coordinating transactions we didn't need. And we'll pick them back up. The good news is that when we did do the layoff, the temporary agency came in and said, look, you can go ahead and keep the people and we'll foot the bill. So we really didn't even have to lay off those people. That's a good thing. But we have over 500 some people here that are full-time, ready to help you. But sometimes it's just like, well, who do I talk to? Who can help me with this or this accounting issue or whatever it is? Chris is who you want to contact to help steer you in the right direction. And as always, if he doesn't know, he'll hit me up and he'll get the answer. All right, so the reason why you guys are all here is a big surprise, a big announcement that we're kicking off. And it's what I call a hot new announcement. Back in the day, when we had printing presses, we used to say it was hot off the press. Now, who can guess what this big announcement is? Let me see if I have any guesses. I'm gonna let you guys guess. I'm gonna give you about a minute to throw your guesses in the chat as to what this big announcement is. Mina had actually hit me up this week. She was like, tell me you're not leaving EXP. I'm like, I ain't leaving EXP, girl. I'm having too much fun, helping too many people, and making too much money to leave EXP. So what do y'all think?
Knolly's gonna be our broker.
Mm-hmm. So that what now?
Knolly's going to be our broker.
That I'll be your broker of record from now on? That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. What else? Either put in the chat or just unmute yourself and tell me what you think. What's the big announcement?
Knolly's opening his own brokerage.
All right, you're getting close. Woo, I like it. You're getting real, cooking with hot grease now. All right, we got time for one more. And then we're going to drum roll and we're going to get right into that big announcement. And Chris doesn't know. Chris, do you know what this big announcement is? Chris doesn't know. I'll just speak for him. Judy says Knolly's having a big party. Lucas says the Knolly team. You guys are getting real close, real close. Okay, let's get to it, guys. The big announcement that I brought you all here for, and everybody that's a mentorship master needs to watch this and see this, so that those that didn't make the meeting today need to go back and watch this. So make sure that you get on them about watching this. Chris says not yet. Chris says not yet. That's why I'm here. He's like, what are you doing? What's going on? What we got cooking now? Dun, 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 dun. So this is what we're doing, guys. The big announcement is our ambassador program. Our ambassador program. I know it's bigger than what some of you guys thought, and it's not as exciting as what some of you guys thought, but it's very exciting because the ambassador program is the one that I've been waiting to unleash until we hit 100 members. You got to understand, guys, this is huge. It's very, very big. It's not just big for me. It really is a huge opportunity for you. So Judy said, let's do this. So we now have, and by the way, part of this, I always knew that I wanted to create this kind of a program, but part of it was one of our masters had reached out to me and they said, well, I really would love, I'm kind of missing, of course, we're all missing this because of social distancing, but she mentioned, I'm really missing the connection in the local market. Okay. So she's in Houston. She's like, she used to be able to go, now you can't do that anywhere now, but being with a cloud-based company, if you don't plug in to everything that the company has to offer, you can kind of feel like you're on an island. Okay. Those of you that don't plug into Workplace or don't plug into these weekly calls or don't plug into the Mentorship Masters portal or don't plug into everything that we have available for you, you're going to start to feel isolated. So I feel like this ambassador program is going to be a great bridge for those of you to have, just consider it like if we have local chapters of Mentorship Masters. So let's see how it works. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through this, and then I'm going to open it up for any questions that you guys have, because this is real. I can't tell you. I mean, this is huge. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and we're finally doing it. So Mentorship Masters Ambassador. So you become a Mentorship Masters Ambassador after you attract your first agent, okay? So we've got a lot of people that are saying, hey, I want to be the ambassador over here. I want to be an ambassador in this place. I can predict that's what's going to happen. So we had to put some criteria behind our ambassador program. And I'm just super excited about it. So I'm going to share with you what this means. So there's 5 tier levels of ambassador, okay? 5 tier levels of ambassador. So by bringing somebody to Mentorship Masters, some people say, well, I'm not a big recruiter. Well, here's the thing. If you watch a great movie, I'm sure you're pretty good about telling people how good the movie was. Rebecca Wooten was telling me about a movie called My Brother's Keeper on YouTube. And I don't even go to YouTube to watch movies. I'm there all the time, but I never thought that you could actually watch movies on YouTube. So I went, and that was a dang good movie, My Brother's Keeper, really good. But she told me about it. She saw it. She said, man, Knolly would like this. You go to a restaurant, you like it, you tell other people about it. So if you're loving what you're getting from Mentorship Masters, this was formerly my $25,000 a year program, because remember, we haven't even kicked off the retreats. That's the next iteration. Once we can fly and be together again, we're going to be starting to have retreats very soon where we're physically together, as a group, multiple times a year. So there's 5 tier levels. The reason why there's tier levels is because when you bring somebody to Mentorship Masters, that's what it's all about, okay? Don't just hoard it all for yourself. Get the goods and then share with others. So let's look at this. The basic, you become a basic level when you have one agent that you've brought into Mentorship Masters. That's your first. So many of you are already there. You're already ambassadors. Woo! And that's the cool thing about this, is that we're kicking off with ambassadors that already exist. Okay, so if you've already got somebody that you brought over here, you can raise your hand and say, hey, I'm already an ambassador. Okay, now the second level is what we call bronze. Bronze is when you've got 5 or more that you brought over. Then it goes into silver. That's 10 or more. Okay. Then it goes to gold, 20 or more. And then finally, for those of you that are just like whoop-de-woo, we've got the legend. Okay. So you'll reach legend status when you've got 40 or more. And I can already tell you that the people at the silver level, they're going to qualify for things like a weekend with Knolly. That's a $5,000 weekend that I have with just a few people, no more than 8 people at a time that come out to my house, and we intimately have time together. So anybody that's at silver level automatically qualifies for a weekend with Knolly. That's a personal time where I teach you how to do YouTube. I teach you how to do live appearances, live speaking. I teach you how to become a celebrity. I teach you all the stuff that's like the behind the scenes, face-to-face stuff. Once we can do that, where we can have 8 people together in a room very soon, that's what that is. So silver and above will have that, and there'll be other perks that come with legend and so on. So let's look at the, and these will be different groups as well. Now, not that we're going to faction it off, Mentorship Masters, but I could see later on we'll probably have a silver group and a gold group and so on. Some of you guys are eager to learn more about agent attraction. So for those of you that want to build your revenue share group or build your group here at EXP, it'd be perfect for you, because those functions will be more geared to that. The rest of you are like, or those that aren't interested in that, just like, man, I want to sell more houses, more real estate, I want to do more deals, then that's not something that would interest you, okay? But you get in the program just by having just one person that you've attracted. So here's some of the perks. Local ambassadors collaborate and unite to host local area monthly events. Now this is optional, okay? But the vision is that we take, so just think about Mentorship Masters as local chapters, okay? So if you're in Bend, Oregon, or you're in San Antonio, or you're in Austin, or you're in Las Vegas, you can have a local chapter of Mentorship Masters. And then you guys can meet locally, and then the ambassadors in that area can get together, not just amongst yourselves, but all the Mentorship Masters in that city could be part of that. Now, ultimately, my vision is when you guys are having these meetings, just like you have church services where somebody streams in, you guys could all have the meeting at, this is the ultimate vision. You could all have the meeting at the same time across the country. And then I would live stream into your meeting and conduct about 20 minutes of it. So you could invite people from all over the community that are not Mentorship Masters, but just real estate agents, and say, hey, best-selling author Knolly Williams is going to be teaching. It's going to be live streamed in for 20 minutes. And then you can have the rest of the meeting for whatever you want to have it, local agent symposiums or whatever. So, just like I'm doing right now, I could stream this to a private YouTube channel. You guys would have the feed, and you'd be able to kick it up there on the screen, and everybody be live. It'd be live across the nation. That's ultimately my vision for it. So that, like if it was 11 o'clock one place, it'd be 12 o'clock somewhere else. It might be 9 o'clock somewhere else, and it might be 1 o'clock somewhere else, different time zones. We also could pre-record me on a 20-minute segment. And this is a once a month, theoretically, meetup that you guys would have. And that's going to give more harmony, more unity to our Mentorship Masters group. And it's going to take the methods and the mission to the local community. So the second thing I see is that local ambassadors would help assist our local area Mentorship Masters. So that way, members. So, you guys have me, you have Chris, you have your sponsor that brought you to Mentorship Masters. But this is another layer where our ambassadors are stepping up and saying, hey, if you're a master in my area and you've got a small question, not a big question, but you've got a small question, I'm here to help you. And you might just text a small question like, hey, can I use this form? And you'll be able to text your question to our local ambassadors for assistance in that area. Or, hey, who do you know that can do this, or whatever it might be. Now, when some chapters get big enough, they might even have their own workplace page. That's future. But I see that, because we used to do this at Keller Williams. We had what they call the Agent Leadership Council, which I was part of. And we would over the weekend, any of the newer agents could text us, whoever had weekend duty, and answer questions. And there really weren't that many. People didn't abuse it. This is not mentoring. It's just, in a pinch, we provide help because I'm teaching you guys to become leaders. As ambassadors, you're going to learn and know everything that I know, what tools I use, what systems I use, what software I use, what programs I use to do what I do to create the notoriety so that you are now famous and well-known throughout your area as well. And then the last thing I want to present on that is that the local ambassadors are prominently featured on our Mentorship Masters Ambassador website. So that's a new website that we're kicking off, a new web page, where essentially we're going to have that broken down by state, and then that's going to be broken down by city. So we'll have listed our ambassadors for each city. Now, what does that mean to you? Now, this is big. This is where it becomes very, very, very big for you guys. Pay attention now. This is going to be big for incoming referrals and agent attraction. Write that down. Incoming referrals and agent attraction. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, it's no longer going to be where people have to say, well, hey, who do you have in Cleveland, Ohio? Who do you have in Knoxville, or whatever? We'll have our own Mentorship Masters ambassadors page where people will be able to go straight to the ambassadors. Like these are the not only the people that are at Mentorship Masters, but the leaders at Mentorship Masters. So those of you that have chosen to be leaders, you're going to be prominently featured almost like on a company directory. So when we have people that need help, and remember, I coach 30 to 40,000 agents across North America on my list, okay, that are not even here yet. Not yet, they're coming, but they're not here yet, but I coach them, and they'll be able to send referrals to you because they see that you're part of our program. They love what we're doing. They haven't joined us yet, but they want to send a referral to San Diego, wherever it might be. The other thing is it's going to be great for attraction. So remember, you got to think about this, guys. My goal was to bring in 40 people, okay, my first 40. I've already brought in 70. This week I'll hit 70 that I personally enrolled, okay? So my goal was to enroll 40. All the other people that are going, now I'm still going to keep enrolling people because they know me, they know of me or whatever it is, but we're going to grow this group to 40,000 over the next 10 years. Let me say it again. EXP has a vision of growing to over 1 million agents across the world, okay? Our vision at Mentorship Masters is to have 40,000 agents, 40,000. So right now we're at 70. We want to grow about another 39,000, 800 and whatever, So again, who do you think all those other people are going to come through? They're going to come through the people on this call right now. They're going to come through you, okay? So when somebody reaches out to us or reaches out to Chris or Noemi on my team, and they say, hey, well, do you have anybody in Bend? We say, yeah, we've got an ambassador in Bend. Why don't you talk to that person? Maybe you can meet up with them. And if you like them, you can go ahead and sign under them into the organization. And that way you're part of Mentorship Masters. Remember, Mentorship Masters, this is a true story. I'm going to share this with you. I'm just going to put it out there because it's true. Okay. It really happened. So I've got a guy right now that contacted me, and he joined EXP, okay, about 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago. Now, if somebody joins EXP, they have to wait 6 months. They have to be gone for 6 months before they can come back to EXP. Remember, right here at Mentorship Masters, we have 5 agents, 5 that formerly were at EXP, left and came back to Mentorship Masters, okay? Because they had given up on the company for whatever reason. They didn't have the best experience personally, but they like what I have to offer, and they do like the company. They just didn't like not having being part of a family. We've created a family here. It's a completely different thing. And I can't tell you very many groups at EXP that have done this. I haven't seen very many of them. I haven't seen hardly any. I can count on one hand, okay, the ones that have done. Even agents that have 1,000 or more agents under them, I haven't seen them create this kind of culture and family, okay? So this guy, he reached out to me today and he said, man, when I originally signed up under this team that was local, because sometimes people feel comfortable signing up with someone local, right? So you'll be our ambassador that we send them to, and we say, hey, if you want to sign up in Austin, we've got 4 ambassadors here. You go out to the page, you can read up their, information. You can click and go to each of their and read up on them and just decide who you want to talk to. And then you can come through the master's program that way. Okay. Remember, they have to be invited by another master to be here, either myself or another master. So with this gentleman, he went to a local team, and he had been following me. I've got it in my system. He ordered my book back in 2016. So he's been on my list, and he's been my friend on Facebook since like 2015. I've known the guy for years. But this local team told him, yeah, if you join us, you'll get Mentorship Masters. Okay. Now I don't like to badmouth or throw anybody under the bus, but it's already resorted to that, guys. Mentorship Masters is becoming so popular that people are actually lying and telling other people that they're going to get Mentorship Masters when they join them under EXP. It's not true. The only people that have access to Mentorship Masters, I keep drilling into you guys this, are people that have either signed up under me personally or one of our masters. If they signed up under you or you're a master, they sign up under you, they get all the benefits. Okay. It's the same as if they signed up under me. There's no difference. Okay. The only thing is you become their sponsor. So when you think about referrals, incoming referrals that we can send people to, and now that I'm talking to agents all across the nation, and I say, hey, go to our ambassadors page if you're looking for an agent in that city. We've got ambassadors in that city that are leaders at our group. Okay. And it's great for attraction as well. So that's the way that's going to go. And then I want to show you sort of a case study around this. So this is Rebecca Wooten. You guys already know Rebecca joined us about 90 days ago. And she says, in 2.5 months, I now have 3 listings, 1 under contract, closed 4 deals, working with 15 buyers, and also have 3. Listen to this. I have 3 EXP agents referring business to me. Okay. Now she already received a referral, a listing referral, and it was a list and purchase. Okay. So this person's going to buy with them, list with them, already listed, and they're going to buy another house with her. Okay. I believe the listing is around $400,000. Okay. So she's going to earn, say, $12,000 from that. And then when she sells them a house in the $300,000 range, she's going to make another $9,000. Okay. So this is a $20,000. Of course, she's going to pay a referral fee, but guess what? At the end of the day, 100% of her cap has already been paid by one referral. Okay. By one referral. And I guarantee you guys are not using this enough, but when people see that you're part of Knolly's group, I've got agents all across the country that respect what I do. I've paid dues for many, many years, and you guys get to cash in on that by saying, hey, I work with Knolly Williams. Okay. In fact, Will Gilliam, when he had Mary talk to me last week, we did a 3-way call, and Mary just joined us. And Mary told him, there's no way you know Knolly Williams. He said, I know Knolly Williams. I can get him on the phone right now. She said, prove it. So he scheduled a Zoom call with me and Mary. And, next thing she knows, she's got a best-selling author. Now, I'm not tooting my horn about this. This is strategic, guys. This was strategically done. I didn't do this by chance or by happenstance. I strategically became famous, and you guys can benefit from that notoriety. Absolutely. So let's get back to it. Let's see here. Okay, so the other thing, remember, guys, you guys get to use any of my logos. So the Knolly Realty Group logo, the Knolly Team logo. There's different agents that I know of that are at other companies like Keller Williams, and they have these expansion teams. And you'll see that they have teams in all these cities, and they're well-known figures, so people trust them. So people from around the nation, and I will say this, let me throw this out there. We have just passed this week 30,000 EXP agents, 30,000, okay? And I guarantee you most of them know who I am and they respect me, okay? Now, I don't say that lightly. I just say it because if you have if somebody's going to dole out a referral, don't you know that if you just stand up and say, hey, I'm in Knolly's group, they're going to come at you with a higher level of respect than anybody else that they don't really know, okay? Because they know me. And you guys should be using that to your advantage. Many of you aren't. Okay, so let's look at this. So I want to talk about, I want to acknowledge our current ambassadors. Woo wee! We got several guys. We have Mina Slaughter. She's got 4. She's leading the pack in our basic level. She's at 4. She's about to hit the next level, which is bronze. So Mina Slaughter is leading the way with 4. Charles Lee has 3. We've got Nick. We call him Nick Sir. He's got 2. Melody Dutton has 2. Mary Kay has 1. Tammy Manning has 1. Rebecca Wooten has 1. Robert Ung, I know it says Robert, but it's Robert. He has 1. Joe Font has 1. My wife, Josie Williams, she's got 1. Sharonda Bynum has 1. Woo! David Speedy has 1. Eugene Martinez has 1. Christy DeWolf has 1. Bailey Pippinger has 1. Artemis Kassane has 1. Anthony Chambers has his 1. He's about to have 2. He's about to jump to the top of the list. David Dutton has 1, and Tony Pippinger has 1, okay, that they brought over. So congratulations to our to those of you that are already ambassadors, that are already newly crowned ambassadors as of today. You guys are ambassadors. You're going to be the first stream of people that are added to our website, okay, to get more referrals and more agent attraction leads as well. Now, the other thing is we've got a silver member, just 1, and that's Will Gilliam. Will Gilliam comes to us. He's got 11 people. All told, I think his group is closer to 20 people, but he's got 11 direct people that he has personally sponsored. So congratulations, Will. You are now in the Silver Club, and that unlocks the Weekend with Knolly, where you get to spend time with me and 3, 4, 5, up to 8 people, not more than 8. Anybody else that comes to the Weekend with Knolly, they pay $5,000 to be part of that. $5,000, okay? And it's worth probably 20 times that. But Will gets to attend for free because he's hit in that silver level. Now, we will have other, like I said, here's the 5 levels just to recap. We've got the basic, we've got bronze, we've got silver, we've got gold with 20 plus, and then we've got legend. Legend level. And trust me, believe me, there are people that are going to be hitting the legend level. There's going to be people hitting the gold level. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to start seeing it happen. And just to recap, this is what it's all about. Local ambassadors collaborate. They unite to host local area monthly events, which I personally am behind and will support and promote. Local ambassadors help assist our local area Mentorship Masters members. So that way you guys have a sense of family and community. You get to meet locally as like once a month is kind of the thing. And then local ambassadors are prominently featured on our Mentorship Masters Ambassador website, which is great for incoming referrals and, of course, as we said, agent attraction. So that is what I wanted to come on with you guys with. I'm super excited because I know what this is going to do, not only for Mentorship Masters, but for you guys in your career and how it's going to really help burgeon and blossom your potential to make more money in less time, build your own group, okay, build your own revenue share group, and also get more referrals. Just think about it, guys. One good referral could pay your entire, cap at EXP. The $16,000 cap completely paid with one referral. And we've now got 30,000 agents across the country that are itching to send you referrals, okay? So let's look and see. I know you guys have some, I wanna see if there's any comments, any questions that you guys have. I'm excited, of course, about this. It's been a long time coming. Who's excited? All right, so Charles Lee said, I'm coming for you, Mina. Woo, I see it coming. Charles isn't playing. You know, and I always tell this story, but when Charles came to us, he's one of those that actually filled out the application at EXP, and then he decided it wasn't for him. And he stayed away for like 8 months till he just couldn't stay away anymore. He finally joined us, and now he's really at the top of the pack when it comes to attracting. So we really appreciate you, Charles. Judy Welch is asking, when will this program go live? 100%. It's already live. It's live as of today. The website is still going to be worked on. The website will probably be live by next week. So, and it's going to be a very simple website because we want it to be simple for people to find you if they want to do a referral. or if they want to for attraction. So like now that somebody says, hey, I'm in Austin, Texas, or let's use San Antonio, for example, because this is a big thing that I get. It's a great question. This is a big thing that I get from people is that, hey, you're not local, okay? Nolly, you're not in San Antonio. So my thing is going to be like, well, you know what? I'm not in San Antonio, but we have several ambassadors there. Guys, you got to understand, it doesn't matter to me if they come in under you or come in under me. It does not matter to me. At the bottom line, at the end of the day, like Mina knows that I've already had her talk to a few people that were in San Antonio, and because they wanted that local presence, she talked to them. I'm like, well, did you enroll them? She was like, no, I sent them back to you to enroll. I was like, no, you enroll them under you. See, the way EXP compensates, there's no advantage for me to have them under me directly. It just really isn't. Okay, so I'm not pushing to have a whole bunch of people under me. I want you guys to become, leaders as well. So Judy says, congratulations, ambassadors. Chris Capistrano says, awesome guys. Mina's excited. Lucas says he's excited. Mina says she needs a new headshot. Hey, I'm telling you guys, you pretty it up, make it, because it's coming at you. So I see that. Let me see. Yeah, Nick is actually texting me right now. So yeah, I love it. So let me see if you guys have any comments on our Facebook page, on our workplace page. Teresa Presley is on there. She says she's ready. All right. So are there any other questions? I feel like this has been, Chris says brilliant. Yeah, I got to tell you guys, it is brilliant the way Glenn Sanford created the revenue share part of EXP. So many people misunderstand and they think that EXP is an MLM. I was talking to a guy yesterday about that. He says, man, I used to think that EXP is a multi-level marketing company, but now I understand correctly that EXP is a real estate company. It just has adopted a multi-level marketing compensation model. In other words, the way we pay out, the way we reward agents for doing what they normally do is a similar model to an MLM, very similar. And the way we also reward people is very similar to a Fortune 500 company. Why? Because we give you stock for doing things that you normally would do anyway. For example, this gentleman he's from Ohio, and he was telling me, he says, man, I'm joining. He said, I'm ready. I'm paying a $24,000 cap where I am. And immediately I come to EXP, I'm at $16,000. I have my license in 2 states. So that's immediately, I'm not going to have to join in 2 market centers or whatever that, craziness is. And, he went straight to the stock. He says, when I sell my first house at EXP, I get, X number of shares of stock. He said, I looked it up this morning, and that's almost $400 that EXP pays me for selling my first house. He said, I've been at this previous company. He's at Keller Williams now. He said, I've been here for 6 years. I've never received stock or any awards or any. He said, you know what they pay me? This is his, and he'll be in the group within a week. So he'll share this story. But he said, Nolly, you know what we get when we close our first transaction? We get a $10 baseball cap. A $10 baseball cap. He said, now I'm not demeaning that. He said, I love my cap. He said, I wear it with pride when I'm mowing the grass, no problem. He says, but I would much rather have, and he calculated $388.72 of stock for selling my first home than a $10 ball cap. So this is the way we reward. We reward you like a Fortune 500 company would, and we also reward you like an MLM company would in the reward side of it. But you don't have to learn how to sell lotions, soaps, shampoos, or oils. You just do the same thing you've always been doing, and you're just compensated for doing it. That's it. So and as Chris said, brilliant. That's why it doesn't matter if they come in under me, under you, under somebody under you, or somebody. We get paid the most money for people in our 7th leg. Okay. So the way Glenn Sanford put it together, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, anybody, if you got a new headshot, you guys are ambassadors, somebody's saying that they need to send me a new headshot, please do that. Oh, Will said he wants me to know that he has 13 people. That is true, Will, because when we did this, we weren't counting Mary, and that's a good point. The competition's already heating up. Boy, I can see it. I like it. So, Will, you got 13. So, so we didn't have Mary on, and your wife wasn't on there as well. So we didn't have those two, because you and your wife actually, Will, you and Deb are counted as one person, although it's not quite that way, but that's how they do it. So yeah, so Will is at 13, boy. Will is like, he's like, I challenge anybody to, he's just like, eat my dust. But Mina, I don't know, because Charles is saying he's going to be, he's giving me his predictions, and if any of you guys want to predict what you think you'll do this year, you can. And if Will slows down, boy, it'd be like the tortoise and the hare. Will, you might get passed up, buddy. It could happen. All right, so that's what I want to share with you guys. Oh, who said, oh, he's in Austin. Yeah, I mean, there is some advantages to being here in Austin, but I got to tell you guys, I don't know. Well, Will is not in Austin, though. Will is in like the, well, he's in the lake area, Lake LBJ, and that's about an hour or so away from me. So he definitely isn't benefiting from me per se, but he does use it. You know, you use what you have, guys. You remember that song? I got to use what I got to get what I want. You use what you have. You know, the fact that I'm a best-selling author, that I'm, that I have a big following, I have a very credible name in the industry. Why not use it? You know, that's something that you can use to generate more business for yourself. So that's what I wanted to share with you. That was the big announcement for you guys. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and post them onto our Facebook group. I encourage you to become an ambassador. Someone was asking, Judy was asking, when does it kick off? It is officially kicked off. In fact, this is the program right here. As I was coming up with it, this is it, kind of spelled out what this program is all about. And we will launch the website within the next week. So if you do have new headshots that you want, we can change those out at any time, but it's going to be a very clean website, very easy to navigate. And so people will be able to find you and you'll stand out, you know, because I do believe, you know, we have 110 masters already, 110. And those of you that are helping to grow the Mentorship Masters group, I do believe that you should be singled out. You should be promoted, and Uncle Knolly should be doing something additional for you to help you grow more business. You know, you say, Knolly, but I don't have anybody. You're not going to do all this for me. Well, you're not an ambassador. You know, you still get all the love. You know, I love you. I'm still going to teach you everything I know. And by the way, just so you guys know, the Knolly Success Coaching group, which I really thank you guys for allowing me to do that. We had a poll. You guys allowed me to go ahead and share some of the knowledge that I have with that group. That group, we're not even sharing real estate tactics with that group, because that group is specifically for business owners. Okay, anybody that owns any business in any field can be part of Knolly Success Coaching. But Mentorship Masters is exclusively our real estate coaching group, period. Just real estate agents. So that's the difference there too. Okay, so Sam sent me a hey. What's up, Sam? Sam's in the house. Sam's an ambassador. So you'll see me sharing and talking about the ambassadors, like, hey, we've got an ambassador over here. Everybody's a master, but not everybody is an ambassador. Okay, so okay, Mina says she wants to see the list again. Yeah. She said, so I can see my competition. Well, watch out for Mina. Mina, let me show you. Can I show them, Mina, this list of books that you just got? Let me see if I can. I want to show you guys this because it's okay.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm going to show. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Oh, it's twisting up on me. But that's the book. That's the list of books that Mina just got this week on her Amazon. That's this week's reading. Okay, I don't know how long it'll take her to read them, but she's serious, guys. I mean, she's reading stuff like As a Man Thinketh, Power versus Force. I mean, that's this one right here. I've never even told you guys about this book. And there's a reason. I mean, this is advanced stuff right here, Power versus Force. She's got, well, I won't tell you all the books she has because, you know, Mina's very competitive. But she, oh, she got Outwitting the Devil. Man, I'm telling you, she's all in. She's all in. So let's see, and who's all in? I want to hear who's all in. Who's going to become an ambassador? Who wants to be, Deb says, are Will and I ambassadors? Deb, not only are you ambassadors, you guys are silver. So you're in a whole league of your own as ambassadors. Let me go back to it. Who's all in? Lucas says, I'm in. Judy Welch says, all in. Judy Honeywell says, all in. Judy Welch says, now is the time. Just, you only need one, guys, to get to get into the club, if you will. So let me just share my screen again, just so I can show you, because we got some competition going on here that Mina wants to look and see what's going on. Okay, screen sharing stopped. Hold on, let me try that again. All right, so let me just repeat on this one that there's the 5 levels. So Will and Deb were asking if they are ambassadors, and yes, because you're at the silver level. To be an ambassador, you only have to bring in one master, and then you become an ambassador. So then let's look at the list. So this is the list. If you guys want to make a screenshot, there it is right there. Of who you're going against, okay? And so it's I mean, you're out front, Mina, in terms of, but I know Nick and Charles they're not sleeping, so they're coming up. They're coming up on you. And I know the Duttons are ready to really hit it. That's Melody and David. They're ready to really hit it. Collectively, they got 3 people. And then Will, you and Deb are, you got 11 people. So, I mean, 13 officially, but you're right there at silver, okay? Remember, this is silver level, is 10 or more. Once you get to 20 or more, that's where you get hit gold, okay? So, all right. Mina says, oh man, she's slapping them. Mina says, I have 3 coming. Man, Charles, I don't know, bro. All right, so hey, I love you guys. We have a lot of fun here. I look forward to the day when we have our retreats. Remember, the retreats are going to be open to anyone, you know, anybody that's a master. You don't have to have brought anybody over to come to our live retreats. We're going to start having those probably quarterly for those that can attend, and they're going to be, you know, over probably a couple of days here in Austin. And so then we have the Weekend with Knolly, which is going to be a very private, no more than 8 people, that is going to happen a couple times a year. And then we're going to have special events just for the ambassadors. So essentially, when we have our live retreats, the ambassadors will be able to break off and have a special, maybe 2 or 3 hour with me. Depends on the levels and all that. I mean, we'll get to all that, but the main thing, the main reward for that is, number 1, you're building your revenue share group. Number 2, I'll be able to send people that are interested in Mentorship Masters. Because remember, I talk about Mentorship Masters on almost every YouTube video that I do. So people are looking up like, what is this Mentorship Masters? What's this all about? And then when they start talking like, hey, is there somebody in Cleveland, Ohio? I say, yeah, we've got one in Cleveland, Ohio. We have an ambassador there. Well, who's that? Can I talk to them? Yeah, go ahead and talk to them. And they talk to that person, you can consider it like a referral. If you get them in, it's your lead, it's your agent, you're good. So we're going to help you build your group that way as well. And then of course for referrals, you know, if you stand up and you say, hey, I'm part of Knolly, you know, I'm teaching a lot of the EXP agents how to be successful. They're going to want to reward you because you're part of my group, and they like the stuff that I'm teaching them to help them be successful. So I do a lot of classes for EXP in general, and those agents will refer you if you bother to let them know, hey, I'm part of Knolly's rev share group, or however you put it. Some people say downline. I don't use that term too often, but you just say, hey, I'm part of Knolly's group. Oh, you are? Okay, cool. You know, and you know, that's the way you want to leverage that, guys. So, all right, love you guys, and hope you guys are as excited as I am for the new announcement. More news on this will continue to be forthcoming, but make sure that anybody that wasn't here watches this. I love y'all, and I will see you guys on the next one. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Say goodbye if you choose. Adios.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Andrew.
Bye, Knolly. Have a good
Thanks,
one.
Knolly.
Thank you.
Everyone,
Thank you.
thank you.
Take care.